Greetings. Today we are with a special guest, Mr. Eddie from Imminence. Eddie, thank you so much for your time. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing good, thanks. How are you?
I'm fine, fine. Everything's fine over here. So let's start
Nice.
with a question, shall we?
Yeah,
Okay. Considering its success, did the Black mark a turning point for the band?
I would absolutely say so. Um, a lot of happened for us with this album cycle, and obviously opening new doors to new continents in North America, and that kind of opened the door for us to go to Australia and now finally Latin and South America.
Yeah, that's great. There are a lot of people here waiting for you guys. So it's going to
Yeah,
be great. Do you feel that you have now achieved like a signature sound that represents Imminence identity?
that's always hard to say. You know, in a way, yes, but we love change. We love to challenge ourselves and to break new boundaries of what imminence is all about. So I don't think we're gonna we did this record and then we're just gonna do 10 more like this. We love to experiment and find new ways to express ourselves and make the music exciting for us to both write and to listen to.
It's like the natural evolution of what you've been doing since a lot of years, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
What led to the decision to release The Return of the Black? And what was the process for selecting the collaborations and remixes? So for this,
Yes.
because you could wait more time, but it was right the next year, so that's the
Yeah, this was a different approach for us. We didn't really have a real plan about it from the beginning. The idea was to do what we've always done, which is write acoustic versions of the album and put on a deluxe. The collaboration thing started already before this, with Lucas from Holding Absence and Nicholas from Orbit Culture. Um, but when we kind of wrapped up the writing and we recorded the Black, um, we felt like we had to cut ourselves off. Like we were in the writing mode, but we had to, go to the studio, so we had to stop writing. But we didn't really feel done with writing, so it was just one of those things. We weren't in the mood to write acoustic stuff. That's usually a way for us to, take a step back and rest from, it's still a creative process, but the songs are still there. But we wanted to get into writing new music again, so we did, and we wrote four songs. We recorded them, and two of them we felt like these could easily be on the Black and also like offer like a bridge towards the future of what is coming from Imminence. Um, so it was my idea to do this extended edition of the album to offer something more to listeners, and obviously we gathered more collaborations because I felt like it's one thing to offer two new songs on an
Mhm.
instrumental on the album, but to let the fans go through the whole album, it's also cool if there is something new to experience with some of the older tracks. Um, so yeah, it kind of all happened in a random way, but I don't think it could have turned out any better.
Oh, no, it's great. And talking about the future, how are you preparing to release something after the Black? How are you mentally preparing yourself so that the release of the Black doesn't feel like you have already made your best album? I don't know if you can understand the idea.
I think we're doing what we always done, and like we did, especially with the Black, that we are staying open and trusting the creative process. And I can tell you, we've been working for a long time now, writing new songs for the new record, and I'm so excited about putting this out in the world because it is gonna be different.
I've noticed that you've been on an extensive promotional tour, a long, long tour. I've seen a lot of shows and presentations. What is the most
Yeah.
exhausting thing about life on tour? How do you manage to keep this from affecting the quality of your performances?
Um, You need to think about the little things when you are on tour, which is, a full night's sleep, having good food and a shower every day, like the basic
Mm.
human needs while you're on tour. But I think also keeping a good morale within the
Yeah.
touring party and within the band is really important.
Yeah, I remember one presentation, I think was one of the, I think was France, and the people on the chat said, "Hey, Eddie looks tired." So I hope he goes to sleep after the presentation. But I think it's part of the show, and it's part of being on tour, like performing every day. I think it's something good after all.
Yeah, that's something you start to think about more, or I've thought about more, is when we're planning the tours, like to try to have a little bit more of days off, just to rest. But yeah, you have to find your way, and then obviously, for me, if I would get sick, it's not much you can do about it, more than you go out and do the best show that you can do under the circumstances.
Yeah, how do you face that if you get sick in the mid of? I think the least thing you think is to cancel the show, but how do
Yeah.
you manage to be sick with flu and have to perform in front of the people?
Yeah, we've never canceled a show due to sickness, and I've gotten sick on many tours. There's not much you can do, and I think ultimately people would be more disappointed if you canceled the show than you going up there and trying your best with a fever. I know it's not a good thing to do, but we always try our best to do what we came to do, and that is to do a show.
And as I saw in another interview, you and Harold are responsible for the overall composition, and you are in charge of the lyrics, right?
Yeah.
How does it feel like write something personal and then the people start to scream your songs and start to vibrate with your ideas? Is it weird? How it feels that?
It's the best feeling you can have is when you have an electric room and people are screaming the lyrics that you wrote. It's a very hard feeling to exchange to something else. Like it's something so special, I think.
No, and I think that it makes to talk a different language with the crowd, because, for instance, the presentations here in Chile, we don't speak the same language, but your lyrics makes the bridge between the band and the people, and I think it's an important. It's a barrier that gets rid away when you start singing. I think it's also for.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do the people in Chile can expect from your show from watching the first time live Imminence here in South America?
I hope that we'll have an amazing time together. I mean, we've been looking forward to doing this for such a long time, and we're so grateful and privileged to be able to. So we're gonna do everything we can to put on the best show possible.
No, it's going to be great, I'm sure. So I think we're done with the questions. So I remember your dog in your videos. So
Yeah.
What's the name of your dog? He's famous. He's always sleeping in the back of the videos.
He's here. And do you know?
There he is. He's famous.
This is Diego, and he's actually from Chile.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice. How is there? Is he from Chile?
We adopted him through an organization. So they, I mean, it's a Swedish organization, but they are working together with an organization in Chile,
Nice.
getting the dogs over. So yeah.
So Diego the Chilean dog is with. Nice,
Yeah.
nice, pretty nice. So
He's always here under me and in the office when we're writing music.
yeah, I saw the comments on your videos always talking about, oh, he's sleeping so peacefully when you're screaming and all of that.
He's used to it.
Okay, Eddie, thank you very much for your time. I don't know if
you
you have any final words for the people in Chile who's going to watch the show.
I can't say much more than how excited we are to come to Chile and to the rest of Latin and South America. I think it's going to be an amazing experience for all of us.
Thank you very much for your time. I love the band. Take care and see you in September.
Yeah, thank you so much. Have a great day.